You may now have your seat. We also have students from Arts Asabikun International Academy. At the gallery, let's welcome them with an applause. You are welcome to the Parliament. Feel free to observe our proceedings today. You may now have your seat. Honorable colleagues, we also have a constituent from Honorable Dr. Anthony Adebayo Adepoju, Barakwa Central, Barakwa North Federal Constituency of your state, who has requested that we read the citation of Ms. Suliat Adiola Haruna. Is Ms. Suliat Adiola Haruna at the gallery? May you rise. Good. Honorable colleagues, today I bring before you to celebrate an exceptional young Nigerian whose academic distinction and intellectual depth represent the future we envision for our dear nation, Nigeria. It is with pride that we recognize Honorable Ms. Suliat Adiola Haruna, a 15-year-old SS3 student. Can the camera go on where she is, please? We want to see her on the screen. The camera should focus on her, please. It is with great pride that we recognize Honorable Ms. Suliat Adiola Haruna, a 15-year-old SS3 student of Okedere High School, Idere, who has emerged as the one-day House of Representative member representing Barakwa Central and Barakwa North Federal Constituency of Oyo State. Her achievements is the result of an intellectually rigorous competition designed, sponsored by Honorable Anthony Adebayo Adepoju, a distinguished member of the House of Representatives. If you are here, can you stand up, please?
Right here, Mr. Speaker.
These are standing young scholar from Idere in Barakwa Central rose to the top. The final, the grand finale held on Sunday, June 29, 2025, at Ibora High School, an event graced by dignitaries from across the state and beyond. One Day House of Representatives initiative, now in its second edition, is a visionary competition involving more than 2,700 SS3 students across public and private schools in the federal constituency that Honorable Adepoju represents. Representing the Idere community, Ms. Haruna competed against 5 sectional finalists drawn from the principal communities of Ibura, Idere, Ayete, Tapa, and Igongo, and came out victorious. Her victory reflects not only her brilliance, but also the spirit of dedication and academic excellence that the Barakwa youth continue to demonstrate in every nation of the world. Ms. Haruna distinguished herself by coming first in nearly all categories of the competition, demonstrating her readiness for leadership and civic engagement. She's here today with her proud parents. Can the parents rise? Let's also recognize them. The parents. Good. We'll say congratulations to you, and we are proud of what you have achieved. Ms. Suliat Adiola Haruna, while the world celebrates others who have achieved one thing or the other in their field, we want to celebrate your academic and leadership excellence, just to inspire you to do more and also to stimulate the desire in other young people across Nigeria to embrace education, to embrace leadership, civic engagement, community leadership, so that we can also celebrate them when they win like you. And to the honorable member who initiated this, we are proud of you, because the tomorrow of Nigeria is found among the youths. The earlier we prepare them, the better our future will be. Thank you for this initiative, and I wish you all the best. Once again, on behalf of the House of Representatives, we are proud of you. Congratulations, young lady. Congratulations. You may now have your seat.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Notification of today's birthday is Honorable Ari Abdulmunim, presently representing Nasarawa Toto Federal Constituency in the House. Honorable Ari is not here, but we celebrate him in his absence. We say congratulations to you, Honorable Ari, for achieving another milestone in your age. We wish you all the best. Let me also announce.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable colleagues, we have another announcement, which is notice of inauguration and stakeholders engagement. Notice is hereby given that the ad hoc committee set up to investigate the non-functionality of the CCTV camera project in Abuja will be inaugurated by the Speaker, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, today, Thursday, 27 November 2025. The venue is Conference Hall 231, and the time is 2 p.m. Honorable members are enjoined to attend. Please accept the assurances of our highest regard. This is signed by Honorable Donald K. Ojogo. Honorable colleagues, we want to thank you for how you have carried on the debate from day before yesterday to yesterday, because we want majority of members to be heard. We extended it today. Today will be the final day of the debate, and we still have a whole lot of names on the list to be heard. I will pray that we stick to our 3 minutes rule when you are given opportunity to speak. I will also pray that, as one of the ground rules of this debate, that we don't go into backgrounds that have been well established by other colleagues of yours when they made their presentation. That way, it will give you opportunity to go straight to the interventions that you think will help the nation attend to some of the issues of concern with regards to our security. It's all about time management. Today, we are going to start, as we promised yesterday, with the youths in Parliament. Yesterday, they had most of the senior parliamentarians converse on this, and they led a delegation to the chair that they should be allowed to commence a conversation this morning. About 3 of them have been shortlisted to commence, and after that, we'll spread it across the room as noted on the list that the clerk prepared. But before I do that, before we start, and to let you know that the current administration is a listening administration, and to also let you know that the conversations you are having in this sacred chamber is not falling on deaf ears. Steps has been activated, stimulated by the conversations that we are having in this room. So I would like to bring to your notice the declaration that was made by Mr. President, for some of you who missed it, so that you will see some of the conversations that you're having in this room reflected in the declaration of Mr. President. While this conversation is still going on, I know most of you were worried whether the resolutions of this House will be activated by the executive. But I'm happy to announce that while we are yet conversing, before coming to our resolution, this administration is listening, and they are making declarations that is pointing towards the right direction of the mindset of the Parliament. Permit me to read this. Declaration of nationwide security emergency by Mr. President and recruitment of additional army and police personnel. Today, in view of the emerging security situation, I have decided to declare nationwide security emergency and order additional recruitment into the armed forces. By this declaration, the police and the army are authorized to recruit more personnel. The police will recruit additional 20,000 officers, bringing the total to 50,000. Although I had previously approved the nationwide upgrade of police training facilities, the police authorities are by this statement authorized to use various National Youth Service Corps camps as training depot. The officers being withdrawn from VIP guide duties should undergo crash training to debrief them and deliver more efficient police services when deployed to security challenge areas of the country. The DSS also has my authority to immediately deploy all the forest guards already trained to flush out the terrorists and bandits lurking in our forests. The agency also has my directives to recruit more men to man the forests. There will be no more hiding places for agents of evil. My fellow Nigerians, this is a national emergency, and we are responding by deploying more boots on the ground, especially in security challenge areas. The times require all hands on deck. As Nigerians, we should all get involved in securing our nation. Let me take this moment to commend our security agencies for working together to secure the release of the 24 schoolgirls in Kebbi and the 38 worshippers in Kwara State. We will continue to sustain the efforts to rescue the remaining students of Catholic school in Niger State and other Nigerians still being held hostage. To the leadership and rank and file of our armed forces, I commend your courage and your sacrifice. This is a challenging moment for our nation and for the military institution itself. I charge you to remain resolute, to restore peace across all theaters of operation, and to uphold the highest standards of discipline and integrity. There must be no compromise, no collusion, and no negligence. The Nigerian people are counting on you, and this administration will provide the support you need to succeed. In addition, our administration will support state governments which have set up security outfits to safeguard their people from the terrorists bent on disrupting our national peace. I call on the National Assembly. Let me repeat this. I call on the National Assembly to begin reviewing our laws to allow states that require state police to establish them. States should rethink establishing boarding schools in remote areas without adequate security. Mosques and churches should constantly seek police and other security protection when they gather for prayers, especially in vulnerable areas. Our administration created the livestock ministry to address the persistent clashes between herders and farmers. I call on all herder associations to take advantage of it, end open grazing, and surrender illegal weapons. Ranching is now the path forward for sustainable livestock farming and national harmony. The federal government, in collaboration with the states, will work with you to solve this problem once and for all. I sympathize with the families who have lost their loved ones in recent attacks on soft targets in Kebbi, Borno, Zamfara, Niger, Yobe, and Kwara State. I also pay tribute to our brave soldiers who have made the ultimate sacrifice, including Brigadier General Musa Oba. Those who want to test our resolve should never mistake our restraint for weakness. This administration has the courage and determination to keep the country safe and ensure our citizens live in peace. I sympathize with the families who have lost their loved ones in recent attacks on soft targets in Kebbi, Borno, Zamfara, Niger, Yobe, and Kwara State. I also pay tribute to our brave soldiers who have made the ultimate sacrifice, including General Musa. Fellow compatriots, I urge you not to give in to fear and never succumb to despair. Let's stand together in purpose and strength to defend our freedom and values. Our administration will continue to guarantee peaceful coexistence and preserve our union. I urge all Nigerians to remain calm and vigilant, report suspicious activities, cooperate with security agencies. We're in this fight together, and together we shall win. May God continue to bless Nigeria and keep our armed forces safe. Signed, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. Honorable colleagues, like I mentioned, this is an evidence that the conversations that we are having in this room is already having impact. This is also to guide our conversation so that some of the things that have been resolved by the executive should not come into the debate. Some of the issues mentioned by the president, which have been resolved, this will guide us in the ones that we feel that also need similar attention. Thank you very much. We'll start this morning by calling Honorable Olami Jowolo Alao Akala, the Chairman of Youths in Parliament, to make your presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, fellow Nigerians. My name is Olami Jowolo Ayodeji Alao Akala. I represent Nigerians starting from Ogbomoso North, South, and the Ori Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from the Pesete State, or your state. Mr. Speaker, I had a very long speech here to read today, talking about the pains and struggles of the common Nigeria, of the youth of this nation.
Honorable Akala,
yes?
Please, 1 minute. Have your seat, please. I'll call you back.
Thank you so much.
There is an emergency that I've just been told now, and I want us to take that. It's a very important situation that the Parliament must lend their voice to before we start this debate. Please, the Leader of the House. Leader of the House, the floor is yours on the emergency situation that we need to say something about.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Professor Julius Honvere, Owa Federal Constituency, Edo State. Mr. Speaker, as you know, Nigeria occupies a prime place in the Committee of Nations, irrespective of whatever contradictions we may be facing. And we're lucky to have several of our former leaders, presidents, alive and in good health. One of them who holds the record of being the very first to concede to an election, a democratic election, His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, has been involved in extensive election monitoring activities around the world. He's done it in Zimbabwe, in Liberia, in Ghana, in Mozambique, in Pakistan, in Tanzania, and South Africa. And he has done this on behalf of the West African Elders Forum, the Commonwealth Observation Mission, the African Union, and even Nigeria. Currently, he's trapped in Guinea-Bissau because of the coup. Privilege. Matter of privilege. What emotion? Well, it's not a matter of privilege. It's a matter of national public importance.
Yeah,
Well,
go
let
ahead.
me finish.
Well, just go ahead. We want to hear you. You are protected.
Thank you. Let me finish. I'm rounding up. You can add the motion later.
No, I waive all those for him.
Thank you.
Go ahead. You are protected.
As I was saying, Mr. Speaker, he's trapped there while he went on a mission of monitoring an election. We are not discussing the coup, but from my own investigations, the government is aware, and they are doing everything possible to get him back as quickly and safely as possible. Our goal is to urge the government not to relent in that effort, to use all diplomatic means at its disposal to get our former president, a true Democrat, back to Nigeria immediately. I thought I should inform the House that this is going on and what the government is doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Minority Leader, you want to say something to this effect before we throw the question? Because it has to be a resolution of the House that diplomatic means should be used immediately on bringing our former president back.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, there is no doubt that the best or one of the best civilian presidents that our country has ever witnessed under the People's Democratic Party, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
Are you campaigning? I thought you were moving, seconding the motion, contributing
Mr.
to the
Speaker,
debate.
I'm telling you why what the House leader raised is necessary, because he served with a clear vision, a clear mission, with total humility, and indeed a Democrat par excellence, both in action and in vision and policy, because he came under the umbrella which had a clear vision, a clear democratic vision. And incidentally, it is in line with this vision that he traveled out of the country. But however, he is trapped outside Nigeria. And like we have been discussing on the floor of this chamber, the security of lives of Nigeria should matter to us. The only thing I will add is that the importance we attach to his life should also be attached to the life of every other Nigerian, whether a former president or not, whether at home or abroad. On that note, I will clearly support that the government should do everything possible to ensure that our former president, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, returns home safely. The same should also be extended to every other Nigerian. On this note, I support the position of the House leader. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, there is straightforward. I'll just ask the question. Those in support that the prayer of this motion stands, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it.
Honorable Maki, please.
Yeah, the floor is now yours, the chairman of Youths in Parliament. Please remember, we are time conscious. It's 12 o'clock, 12:05, we are done. 12:03.
Thanks once again, Mr. Speaker. Like I said earlier on, it's pertinent to say that we have a listening president, because part of the things I had to say here yesterday that was postponed to today has already been addressed, which was part of the state police for each state. It was part of my suggestion for this insecurity. But we thank God that our president has listened and that has been attended to. Another idea I had was the local government policing. We just cannot stop at the state policing. Local government policing can be seen as the first line of defense. Like county sheriffs and other federations, they are the ones closest to the people. They hear the whispers before the crisis, they see the danger before it erupts. Then a dual court system, justice that does not wait, that does not waste time. Having everybody come to Abuja for justice all the time causes a lot of problem and causes lag in the judicial system. Kidnapping, murder, robbery, these cases cannot wait years. States must have the power to prosecute swiftly. Justice delayed has become justice denied in too many cases. Then the states, our correctional systems also, they are all federal. I believe that if you can have state-managed correctional services, this should, that states will to run their own prisons, it will to tailor their programs. When they have correctional programs, when they have programs for their inmates, each state is different. You cannot say because it's a federal state, everybody must go through the same correctional program. Each state is unique, and each state should be able to have its own unique programs for its inmates. Then intelligence and technology, a modern shield, with shared database, CCTV networks, drones, biometric system, and state-driven border policing, we can finally give our officers the tools to protect our people. We all know, it's not that we don't have gallant officers. We have gallant officers, young gallant officers in their 30s. late 20s, early 30s, they are ready to work. But the tools to work is what they just need. The tools and the training for them to be able to perform and deliver for their nation. And so we will stop losing our young, intelligent soldiers to insurgency. A secure Nigeria will restore hope. It will bring farmers back into the fields, traders back to their roads.
30 seconds more.
Investors back to our economy, and peace back in the heart of our people. Section 14(2)(b) of our Constitution reminds us of our sacred duty. The security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. If our structure stands in the way of this duty, then we must change the structure, no matter how difficult, no matter how uncomfortable. This is our moment as the 10th Assembly to change this. History is watching, our people are watching, and will we choose political convenience or national survival?
Honorable Akala,
We will
time up,
protect our
please.
old systems or protect
Time
our
up,
lives.
please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker,
Please
for the
round
opportunity
up.
to speak and to be able to bear my mind as a Nigerian and as a young parliamentarian. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable. That was well said and straight to the point. I appreciate your contribution. Honorable Mokhtar Tolani Shagaya, the floor is yours. Keep to the time too, as your friend.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My highly respected colleagues, I remain Honorable Mukhtar Tolani Shagaya, representing Nigerians starting from Ilorin West, Asa Federal Constituency of Kwara State. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to first pay tribute to the brave Nigerian security forces, men and women who have stood at the front lines for nearly 2 decades, battling to secure our nation. Many have paid the ultimate price for our freedom and safety. Their sacrifice must never be forgotten. It demands our action and our commitment to give them the tools and support they need to finish this fight. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, for too long, we have shaped our security responses with one eye on our suffering citizens and the other on external opinions. While we appreciate the goodwill of nations far away, they cannot fully understand the complex challenges we face daily. Mr. Speaker, we must also confront some uncomfortable truths. Groups that once claimed ideological motivations have degenerated into purely criminal enterprises, driven not by beliefs, but by profit from kidnapping, cattle rustling, and extortion. More troubling still, some rural communities have become complicit, harboring these criminals in exchange for quick financial gains. This symbiotic relationship between criminals and communities, born of poverty and desperation, has made our security challenges even more complex. Mr. Speaker, equally disturbing is the issue of informants within our midst, individuals who betray their communities and country by leaking intelligence to criminal groups. These saboteurs alert bandits to military operations, reveal their movements of security forces, and undermine their tactical advantage, any tactical advantage we gain. How many ambushes could have been prevented? How many lives saved? The presence of these traitors means our security forces are often fighting with one hand tied behind their backs. We must root out the treachery with full force of our laws. We must also recognize climate change as a growing threat. Desertification in the north is pushing herders southward, creating violent clashes over land and farming communities. Unpredictable rains are destroying crops and livelihoods, driving desperate young people into the arms of criminal groups. Water scarcity and rising temperatures are making every security problem worse. We cannot address security without addressing these environmental realities. We welcome partnership, but we must no longer put diplomatic concerns above practical necessity.
10 seconds more, please.
When bandits terrorize our communities and terrorists threaten our nation, our response must be swift and decisive, without fear of external criticism. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Great time management skills. Thank you, Honorable Shagaya. Is Honorable El-Rufai Bello here? No, here. Is Honorable Marcos Onobun? The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm right, Honorable Marcos Onobun. I represent the resplendent people of Esan West, Esan Central, and Igwebe Federal Constituency. I am from Edo State. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, much have been said about the insecurity we face in our dear country, Nigeria. I wouldn't want to dwell much on what has been said, but rather to say that I rise up this morning with tears in my eyes, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, families mourn in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, farmers cannot access their farmlands. Businesses are shutting down, and investors are losing confidence in our dear nation. And I believe the time to act is now. Without dwelling much on the challenges, I would like to go straight to talk about the recommendation that I'll be making to this House today. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I'd like to make these few recommendations. One, that this House summon the National Security Advisor. Yes, we have heard the statement from Mr. President, but the statement is not enough. We want to now see action, and those actions must be supervised using our legislative oversight on the executive to making sure that the lives of Nigerians are protected. So I therefore recommend that the Chief of Defense Staff, other service chiefs, be invited to the floor of this House to explain through the honorable members representing the 360 constituencies in Nigeria to be sure that they are ready to combat this battle that we see. Mr. Speaker, the situation today is more like a war situation where non-state actors have now declared war against our nation, Nigeria. And the government, all of us, must now stand up to
Honorable
that
Salam.
responsibility.
Honorable Salam, please approach the chair.
Mr. Speaker, my other recommendation is that the federal
Honorable
government...
Marcos, 10 seconds more, please.
Thank you so much. Because of time, I have submitted all these recommendations, and I believe that that will be put to record. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
No, not Sada. Chairman, public account. Somebody should reach him. Sergeant Atam, reach out to him. I need him to approach the chair. Thank you very much, Honorable Marcos. Is Honorable Adamu Tanko here? Honorable Adamu Tanko, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, Adamu Tanko is my name, and I'm speaking for the people of Suleja, Burara, and Tafu Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Niger State. Mr. Speaker, this is not an interesting time in this country. I would like to commend our colleagues and the leadership for showing deep concern and interest over this very raging issue of insecurity in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, national security is an all-encompassing engagement that covers physical security, food security, educational security, health security, and all. The question that begs for answers, Mr. Speaker, is whether or not Nigeria has attained, after all this period, whether we have attained basic achievement in any of these aspects of our national security. Mr. Speaker, growing up, we have a profound perception about the prestige and expertise of the Nigerian Army. Sometimes along the line, that prestige has greatly dwindled. And the main cause of that, Mr. Speaker, is the gap in our security architecture. Mr. Speaker, our security challenges has evolved, and our approach and response has not evolved in such ways and manners to tackle the contemporary security challenges. Mr. Speaker, the National Assembly is expected to provide some of the solutions. I would like to commend your leadership for bringing the committee chairman to address the country on the security situation we are all facing.
Honorable Adamu,
Mr. Speaker,
5 seconds more, please. 5 seconds.
Okay, use 1 minute. 1 minute. Sorry, I know it's difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
Use 1 minute, my brother.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Luckily enough, Mr. Speaker, some of the challenges you have highlighted in the course of reading out the letter by the President, he has provided some of the immediate solutions that bedeviled our security challenges. But I want to call and add my voice, Mr. Speaker, that in the course of the recruitment, we should know that the Nigerian Army or working in any of the security institution is not about job. It's about sacrifice, and it's about commitment and passion for the country. So we have to be careful in recruiting Nigerians, not those mere job seekers. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity, and I will raise my point. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm sure that the security agencies have their parameters for admitting anybody into the force, employing anybody. We have confidence in them that they will follow those pre-qualification conditions to be able to get the needed people into the various forces. Thank you very much, Honorable. Thanks a lot. I think the time now is for Honorable Blessing Amadi to speak to us.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, I am Blessing Chigeru Amadi, representing the good people of Port Harcourt Federal Constituency 2, Rivers State of Nigeria. There is danger in the land. We can no longer sleep with our eyes closed. We can no longer travel to other states to see our loved ones. And the problem now is, what do we do? And I hereby suggest my recommendations. Number one, to strengthen intelligence gathering through community-based reporting and improved interagency coordination, to increase funding, equipment, and welfare for security agencies to boost operational effectiveness, to fast-track security sector reforms focused on professionalism, accountability, and technology-driven policy, to expand deployment of modern surveillance tools, drones, CCTV networks, data analytics in high-risk areas, to address root causes of insecurity by improving youth employment, education, and economic opportunities, to strengthen border control, to curb arms trafficking and movement of criminal groups, to promote robust collaboration between federal, state, and local governments on coordinated security actions, to enhance the judicial processes, to ensure swift investigation, prosecution, and punishment of offenders. And lastly, to engage traditional rulers, community leaders, and civil society organizations in peace-building initiatives. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Blessing. Is Honorable Fayinka Moses Luatoyin not here? Can we have Honorable Gwancham Maureen? Not here. Let's have Honorable David Obewu. You were called yesterday Deputy Chairman Army, but you are not around.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I still remain Ogel David Agada. I'm a member representing Ojuo Bifera constituency. I'm from Benue State, the food basket of the nation, and a proud Igode son. One of our elders is threatening me here, say we have before. We are still the food basket. We have not changed. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, first I want to commend ourselves for this great debate we've been having on the current situation of our dear country, Nigeria, regarding the insecurity and the challenges we are facing at the moment. I want to draw our attention to one primary cause of this insurgency. I want to say to us that the major cause of this, or one of the major contributing factors to this insecurity we are experiencing, having so many people involved in carrying out this action, is poverty. Poverty because, as we are seated here, honorable colleagues, I believe so much well that if any of us is asked to go and carry arms to carry out some of these actions that are going on, we will not indulge in it. And we need to look deeper in it. And in that aspect, I really want to commend the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In the history of Nigeria, we've never had the kind of federal allocation that is being sent to the state every month. It has never happened. But one question we must ask ourselves, how is this fund utilized? Is it really helping the masses to come out from this abject poverty? It is one thing we need to really look in deeply and to work on. Like as a Christian, like I always said, in the Bible we are taught, in the book of Amos 3 verse 3, it says, can two work together except they agree? As Parliament, we have shown that eagerness, we have shown that agreement, we have shown that strength that we are ready to carry out this job. It is high time we carry out our duty very seriously and to make sure that every agency in this country do what is right to eradicate or to reduce the level of poverty. Having said this, our problems, I want to say, I categorize them into three things. Number one, this is security. In it, we have ethnicity. One of the major cause of it again. We also have religion in it. We have also another thing I put in there is also the political aspect of it. Some are benefiting from it. You see some politicians will say, oh, it's an opportunity for me to converse for support. All these things are contributing to what we are. But what I stand to say this afternoon is for us to be patriotic. We should be optimistic so that this our country can move forward. Time will fail me to enumerate or to make emphasis on some of these 3 points. But one thing I want to say is this.
10 seconds, Honorable Agada.
Our traditional institutions have a vital role to play. And we should look for a way to bring them into the picture, especially to have a role in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I want to say this without fear or favor that our traditional leaders know their children. Another aspect you look at, the clergies we have also know their congregation. So if we can have these people work together,
Agada, time up, please, sir.
In summary, because of time, number one, I want to say that we should have the army look inward into some of these saboteurs in times of operations. Number two, I want to say that we should look into the budgetary to have it more adequate than the way it used to be. If you look at some other advanced countries, you understand what I'm saying in times of security. Lastly, our police should wake up. They should wake up. Our police is sleeping, and that's why the army are overstretched.
Please, round up.
They should wake up to their duty, and I want to employ the IT to wake up to have the security come on board. Thank you, and God bless us.
Thank you very much. Police should wake up. But I'm happy the president has said we should employ more police because they're overstretched. We should train more. So most of our concerns have been handled by the president while we're still talking, and for that, we are proud of the president and how proactive he has been on this conversation without waiting for a resolution. Thank you very much. I will call again Honorable Fayinka Moses. If it's now in the House, the floor is yours. Honorable Fayinka Moses. Honorable Fayinka Moses. Okay, I will allow you to sit and gather your thoughts.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Sit and gather your thoughts. I will call you back now.
I am.
No, sit down. Okay. Can Honorable Adesola Ayola Alegbeji. Alegbeji.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Adeshola Ayola Elegbeji. I represent the good people of Ikene, Shagamu, Remo North Federal Constituency. I'm from Ogun State, the Gateway State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise today to contribute, to lend my voice to a matter of utmost national importance. The state of security across our nation, by no doubt, we've been discussing it for the past 2 days, is something that saddens everybody in this room. By every reasonable standard, it is a matter of urgent national importance. Our citizens live in fear. Our economy is buckling under the weight of these attacks, and our children live in fear and trepidation of being kidnapped. Nigeria stands at a critical crossroads. Our security situation has reached an alarming point, with banditry and kidnapping casting a shadow over our communities. Nowhere is this crisis more heart-wrenching than in our schools, especially girls' schools, which have become frequent targets for criminal attacks. Too many of our children, the very future of this nation, live in fear when they should be learning and growing. I also empathize with colleagues who have shared experiences of kidnappings and attacks by insurgents on their relatives and constituents. I would like to thank President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his decisive actions in declaring a national emergency and outlining new measures in yesterday's speech. This marks a pivotal moment in addressing the menace that has affected us for too long, and I believe that we have turned the corner. Honorable colleagues, Mr. Speaker, the economic consequence is catastrophic. Insecurity is directly crippling our productive sectors. The disruption to farmlands and transport routes, especially in our agricultural belts, is driving acute food instability. The United Nations projections indicate that nearly 35 million Nigerians could face severe hunger by the middle of 2026 if this trajectory continues. We are staring down a humanitarian and economic famine fueled entirely by actions of non-state actors. Our response as a House must be root cause focused and non-kinetic. I call upon this House to take immediate actions on three fronts. We need to urgently reform our security sector, and make them more accountable. We must accelerate the review of legislation to establish systemized security vetting. State police forces, properly trained and localized, allowing us to deploy more boots on the ground with local intelligence. We must also ensure...
Honorable Legbeji, 10 seconds more, please. Just 10 seconds.
We must also ensure that the boots on ground are placed where they are needed and not political expediency. We must also urgently reform the National School Safety Initiative to ensure safe learning environments nationwide. This includes improving infrastructure, coordinating security agencies, and focusing on vulnerable schools, especially those for girls, to protect every child's right to education. Acting now is essential to safeguard our youth's future and to prevent a generation lost to insecurity.
Time up, please.
Thank you,
Time
Mr.
up.
Speaker.
Yeah, Honorable Fayinka, the floor is now yours. I'm sure you have rested from your running.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My distinguished colleagues, my name is Moses Oluwatoyin Fayinka. I represent everyone in Mushi, 2 federal constituency. I'm from Lagos State. The insecurity in Nigeria is becoming, if it has not become, a terrible and embarrassing thing to the whole of Nigerians. Unfortunately, this embarrassment is being fueled by very minority. And if it is not cured now, it could degenerate into a more terrible things in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, we have Minister of Defense. He has not spoken. All this while, I suggest he should be called out to speak. If not for anything, to give us word of hope, assurances, and to tell us he is not what people are saying about him. He should be able to speak. After all, his office demand he say something if he's still capable. Secondly, Mr. President has spoken, has taken many steps, but we need to be seen, to be supportive. I want to suggest as well, any state or anywhere this ugly incident happens again, the House of Rep member in that area, the senator in that area should be called out to explain why they should not deal with this situation. And the governor of that state should come out to explain his continued capacity to govern that state. Because I cannot imagine this thing is happening every day, every time, and I will keep on being rhetorical. It's not the best. Thirdly, these people who are playing video. His Office of National Security Advisor not capable of tracking them, because I know for sure if by today, this hour, in a remote place in Nigeria, NSA or DSS is being abused through a video, they will go after that person and track their location. Why is this one so difficult to track? Mr. Speaker, this House must do something drastic. What we need now is surgical operation to arrest this ugly situation into degenerating. It started, and some people felt unconcerned. That is why it's degenerating. I want to say it again. The Minister of Defense should be invited here. And lastly, Kebbi State Governor repeatedly have been asking a question: who removed or who withdrew the troop before that ugly incident? The COS should be able to come out to answer. If not, more troops may be withdrawn in the future. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Honorable. Okay, in this order, we are going to have members speak. The next person to speak is Honorable Lowry Kwamote. And he will be followed by Honorable Atu Chimobi, and then Honorable Lanre Okunlola, get ready. Honorable Alex Mascot, Ikweche, get ready. Honorable Jafaru Leko, get ready. Honorable Omesade Ibnedion, get ready. And Honorable El Rufai that will call before, get ready. Please, that in that order, including Honorable Dabo. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. My name is Kwamoti Bitrus Lauri. I speak for the people of Jamsa Numa Lamude Federal Constituency. I adopt all the submissions made by my colleagues here as mine, but I think there is one area that is left not talked about, and that area is the victim support system. The victim support system in Nigeria is in non-existence. I remember my constituency were overrun by these terrorists. The community of Donglawaru, Gada, Shaforum, Bolon, Kademti, Zorwe.
Order, please. Order, please. Please, order, members, order, please.
The then Vice President Oshibazo went to that community.
Right, Honorable Abejide, please.
And every promise made, nothing is done till date. These people operated for almost 5 days. When vigilante and hunters knew the route they are following, went to block that route, that is when the Air Force gunship came and dispersed them, and the terrorists have their way. The question is, what message are we passing? Furthermore, there is an army checkpoint in that place just about 1 kilometer away. We confronted them. They said they are not going to do anything because they have not been given an order. The question is, what message are we passing? In this country, terrorists were rehabilitated and pampered, but the victims are still in IDP camps. What message are we passing? Prominent people in this country have talked about these terrorists. They have taken pictures with these terrorists. They have acted covertly and overtly. The question is, what message are we passing? An American was kidnapped here. The Americans mobilized, and I think they spent about the budget of 3 states to rescue one person. Many Nigerians have been kidnapped, and some of us here have contributed money for their freedom. The question is, what message are we passing? The United Arab Emirates has released names of terrorist sponsors. But in this country,
it's a solemn section, so we'll discuss in hushed tones if we must discuss in hushed tones. It's a solemn section, please.
In this country,
Honorable Abejide, please disband that conference.
The names of these sponsors are yet to be released to face justice. The question is, what message are we passing? Today, we are on the brink of history as part of this National Assembly.
Honorable.
On what page will history put us? The victims are seeing these people rehabilitated. The message we are passing is crimes pay, and the youth should join crime. As long as the victims are not rehabilitated and the terrorists are rehabilitated, that is the message we are passing, and there will be no end to crime.
Please.
We need to do something about victim support system. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable. Honorable Ato Chimobi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Chimobi Sam Ato.
After Chimobi, Dabo, get ready.
I speak for and on behalf of the people of Enugu North and South Federal Constituency. I'm from Enugu State. Honorable Speaker, my esteemed colleague, the growing insecurity in our nation is a serious source of concern to all of us. Unfortunately, this did not start with the current government, but is the time to deal with it. My thoughts on what could be done to address the insecurity in Nigeria. 1, comprehensive local government autonomy and ungoverned space in Nigeria. One of the biggest reasons for insecurity in Nigeria is the huge number of ungoverned space in the country. This allows the criminal element to operate freely with full and comprehensive local government autonomy. Local council chairmen, councillors could pay close attention to what is happening in their immediate wards, community, and local government. To guarantee the arrangement, election into the 774 local government council must be conducted by a federal board in a transparent manner to allow the best candidates, trusted by those at the grassroots, to emerge. There must also be financial independence of their respective state governments. This way, the finance could be used to fund local government security outfits. This way, complement the effort of state police, which is long overdue. The roles of the forest guard. Apart from the challenges we have as a nation, that significant portion of our forests are unknown to the locals or are not governed by the respective local authorities. Therefore, there is need to proper training, fund local governments, state and federal forest guard formation. Let me add that this formation must be adequately armed to have superior weapons to fight the criminals.
Honorable Chiwobi, 10 seconds.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, security is local and cannot be dealt with using a federal approach alone. The fear of abuse of state, local government authorities could be addressed if the right security protocols are put in place. The United States police system is the modern
Time up, please. Honorable Chimobi, time up. Time up, Honorable Chimobi. Time up, please.
Challenge. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Honorable Dabo, the floor is yours while Honorable Lanre Okunlola gets ready, as well as Honorable Billy
Mr. Speaker,
Osawo.
honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Dabo Ismail Haruna, member representing Toro Federal Constituency, and I'm from Bauchi State. Thank you for the opportunity. I will go straight to the point. I want to make contribution on 2 areas. One, the issue of banditry, kidnapping, terrorism, and general security in Nigeria. My suggestion, 1, is strengthen security architecture, community policing, and local security, address root causes of insecurity, border security and arms control, justice system reform, technology-driven security approaches, support for victims and affected communities. Secondly, I would talk quickly about the alleged Christian genocide in Nigeria and related killings. Honorable members, in recent months, the global campaign alleging a Christian genocide in Nigeria has attracted significant international attention, particularly within the United States. This led the U.S. Congress to convene an investigative public hearing seeking to assess the authenticity of these claims and to guide potential executive action by the U.S. government. During the initial hearing, chaired by Rep. Chris Smith, a Nigerian delegation subsequently engaged with members of the Congress and made two critical observations: that the petitioner's claims were not completely accurate and did not represent the true security situation in Nigeria. Two, that no official of the Nigerian government was given the opportunity to present Nigerians' position during the initial hearing. Following further engagement between both parties, a set of mutual agreement was reached. One, that the U.S. Congress will convene a second public hearing allowing all relevant stakeholders, including Nigerian officials, to present testimonies before a final report is issued. That the Nigerian Parliament will conduct a similar public hearing to independently assess the validity of the alleged Christian genocide. That the U.S. committee expressed strong interest in strengthening collaborative efforts with the Nigerian Parliament on this matter. Mr. Speaker, I wish to bring to the attention of this House that the U.S. Congress has already conducted the second public hearing on 28 November 2025.
Solemn Assembly, let's discuss in hushed tones, please.
However, despite the agreement reached, the Nigerian Parliament has not yet fulfilled its own commitment, particularly on obligation to conduct an independent public hearing. This delay has contributed to heating tension and misinterpretations internationally, including public statements suggesting potential foreign military intervention, which have further complicated our domestic security situation. My recommendations and advice on this matter:
Honorable Dabo, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, please.
Thank you. Establish a parliamentary committee to conduct a comprehensive public hearing on the alleged Christian genocide in Nigeria, as well as other related killings and security concerns. Two, transmit findings to the U.S. Congress upon completion of the public hearing. To outcomes should be formally transmitted to the U.S. Congress in fulfilling our earlier commitments and to guide their legislative considerations. Three, invite religious leaders and the petitioner should be invited to present evidence, testimonies, and clarifications. Four, representatives from the international community, civil society organizations, society experts, and other qualified stakeholders should participate to ensure balance and credible process. Finally, Mr. Speaker, ensure full transparency through global media coverage that will cover the entire process to enhance transparency and global...
Honorable Dabo, time up, please. Round up, please. Please.
Finally, celebrities and advocates, figures that are currently campaigning against the Nigerian state on this particular issue, for them to have a first-hand information during the public hearing.
Time up, please.
I so submit my presentation and thank you for the opportunity.
The floor is yours, Honorable Billy.
Thank you, Speaker. Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesuwa Asawaru. I represent the good people of Orion Federal Constituency of Edo State.
Kunlola, please get ready, please.
Thank you very much. I'm a very proud Benin Chief. Mr. Speaker, within the last 2 weeks, I would like us to hear some of the incidents that have been going on. That is why we are here. So we know the enormity of what we are facing. Boko Haram intensified raids in different communities and villages in Borno, left dozens dead and many injured. ISWAP and allied bandit groups continued assault in Northeast, including ambushes of military convoys and clashes that killed soldiers and civilians. Multiple mass kidnapping incidents reported, over 300 students, teachers seized from Catholic schools in Niger State, 25 female students abducted in Kebbi, 38 worshippers seized Kwara. All this within 2 weeks. Mr. Speaker, we are in a very trying times. Mr. Speaker, we already understand what comes with some of these things. Humanitarian impact, for example, my honorable colleagues already mentioned what the UN is warning that 35 million people, especially in northern Nigeria, could face severe food insecurity in the 2026 lean season due to ongoing terror and bandit attacks. Mr. Speaker, schools and communities remain under threat, forcing closures and emergency measures. Mr. Speaker, I want to commend Mr. President on the nationwide security emergency and ordering the Army, Police, and Intelligence Services to immediately expand recruitment and deploy thousands of additional personnel. I want to commend him also for urging National Assembly to initiate the process of legalizing state police to tackle the escalating wave of kidnappings and terrorist attacks across the country in the past week. Mr. Speaker, this is very important because I know the issue of state police has come up and also is going on with the current constitutional review as one of the subjects that is being considered. I'm sure the country will agree now that this is very important, no matter what we thought before now, whether we have a concern that maybe governors want to use them to witch hunt other political opponents, but today we know state police is something of urgent importance.
Honorable
right
Billy, 30
Mr.
seconds
Speaker,
more. 30 seconds more, please.
Mr. Speaker, I want to quickly suggest some of these solutions. We have to quickly activate our forest guards and intelligence sharing hubs, the DSS and military, to track and neutralize armed groups in remote areas. Fast-track the counter-terrorism strategic plan of 2025 to 2030 to improve intelligence coordination, law enforcement, collaboration, and community engagement. Mr. Speaker, let's come back home to Congress. This is the big elephant in the room. Mr. Speaker, we move motions every day on the floor of the Parliament. I have moved motions
Billy,
on security-related issues on this floor from
Billy,
2024 till now, Mr. Speaker. Some of the prayers will say 4 weeks.
Time up,
they need to
Billy.
report
Time
back
up.
to the Parliament. Mr. Speaker, that has not been effectively carried out. We must do our job as a Parliament to oversight effectively. If we move
Honorable Billy, please. Honorable Billy, please.
because if we don't do proper oversight,
Mr. Speaker, please protect me. Honorable Billy is not responding, please.
We've been doing so well, and within 51 minutes, we have covered a lot of numbers. And that was only because members applied time management skill. What you can say in 3 minutes, you can also say in 30 minutes. So take the meat of the conversation and project it. That will help us allow other members speak. Thank you for understanding. Is Honorable Lanre Okunlola around?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
The floor is yours. Okay. And Honorable Alex Mascot Ikweche should get ready. Honorable Leko should get ready. And Honorable Ibunedion should get ready. as well as Hassan Mohammed Jailo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Architect Larry Okunla. I represent Surulere 2 Federal Constituency. I'm from Lagos State. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for yielding to me. I must also align with all our various honorable colleagues who have contributed immensely to the security architecture of this great country